Hey, thanks for joining me. Let's play the what if game. What if we took a Chromecast, a Roku, a Steam Link, and combined them into a single device? Well, you'd get the NVIDIA Shield TV. And in my opinion, right now in 2019, the best streaming device on the market. What makes this device superior to everything else out there? We'll talk about that in this video. As an early adopter to cord cutting, I'm always reevaluating the entertainment landscape and adapting my hardware to seamlessly deliver the content I'm interested in. Previously, my home leveraged a combination of TiVo devices, Chromecasts, and an HD TV antenna. The beauty of this setup was that it allowed me to access live TV broadcasts and most of the streaming services I was interested in, specifically Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and YouTube, all in one location with a remote control. No juggling inputs and trying to cast content from my phone to my TV. It also allowed me to search for shows across the channels, and if found, would allow me to immediately launch the show from the corresponding app. But in 2019, the entertainment landscape has changed and my viewing habits as well, and TiVo has been slow to adapt. For example, I'm at a point where I don't mind paying for premium channels like YouTube TV and getting some good live broadcasts, but TiVo doesn't support it, right? It needs like an app and they just don't support it. So I have to kind of juggle. I've got to like launch YouTube TV, not YouTube, but YouTube TV on my phone and maybe Chromecast it or possibly potentially cast it to my TiVo because TiVo kind of supports casting. But that breaks the whole paradigm of this seamless and unified interface that I kind of love with my setup. In fact, I found myself not really using my YouTube TV membership because of all the overhead involved with trying to get it on the TV. So with my TiVo paid off and a baseline set of requirements, I decided to look for something else. Enter the NVIDIA Shield TV, which is a streaming device that allows you to access content from the streaming services you subscribe to in a unified and familiar way with a remote control. No need to juggle inputs on your TV or home entertainment system to cast a specific service. Everything is presented to you nicely and in one place. What makes this an exciting product, because let's face it, there are a lot of streaming products on the market, is that it has a Tegra X1 chip, an NVIDIA Tegra X1 chip, which is the same chip you'll find on a Nintendo Switch. That's important because it makes it pretty much the fastest streaming device on the market, which translates to a super fast and responsive user interface with virtually zero lag that makes it a pleasure to move around in. Fast forwarding and rewinding is notoriously problematic on streaming devices, but not on the Shield, where it is a painless endeavor. It's also running Android TV Oreo, so if you are part of the Android ecosystem as I am, this integrates really nicely and gets frequent updates as the Android TV operating system constantly evolves. It also has Android Assistant built in, allowing you to ask questions, launch apps, search for programs, control Nest lights, thermostats, cameras, and alarms with your voice. What's the temperature downstairs?
It's currently 72 degrees.
Make it warmer downstairs.
Okay, warming up the thermostat.
Pretty cool, huh? It also supports 4K HDR playback at 60 frames per second, Dolby Atmos and DTS-X surround sound pass-through, can connect wirelessly via 802.11ac, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi, or physically via Gigabit Ethernet, which is the way I prefer. It also supports Bluetooth 4.1 BLE, so you can connect third-party peripherals to it, like controllers, keyboards, and mice. And your TV connects to the Shield via its HDMI port and supports CEC, Consumer Electronics Control, which allows you to use the included remote to power on and control multiple devices at once. I have mine programmed to simultaneously power on and off the TV, stereo, and NVIDIA Shield. I also configured it to control the volume through my stereo. Speaking of the remote, it's sleek and stylish and has just the right amount of buttons to allow you to easily navigate the user interface. Volume is controlled via a capacitive interface. It also has a built-in microphone and a dedicated Google Assistant button, so you can quickly interact with it via voice. Finally, an IR blaster allows the controller to interface with legacy entertainment devices if needed. Two USB 3.0 ports allow you to add additional storage to your box, or charge your game controller if you happen to pick up the gaming edition of the Shield, which is the one pictured here and what I recommend, as it gets you a controller for a small price bump and gives you access to thousands of games that you can stream through a connected computer running Steam, NVIDIA Game Stream, or even cooler, play through GeForce Now, which is NVIDIA's cloud-based game streaming platform, which is currently free to use while in beta. This is by far one of the more impressive features of this device, and where the Tegra 1 chip really gets to spread its wings by turning your television into a gaming machine. Gaming is not a feature that made me pick up this device, but I must say I'm thoroughly impressed with what NVIDIA was able to accomplish here with this tiny little box. While most of my other streaming devices struggle to provide an acceptable lag-free menu navigation experience, the Shield is like, want to see me run a game from the cloud? Hold my beer. Alright, so who's this device for? If you rely on streaming services for the video content you consume and want the best experience to navigate them, this is the device to get. With the Shield, I'm able to stream Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube, and YouTube TV. It can also stream content from Plex, Sling, Hulu, HBO Now, and so on. So if there's a service you must have, check to make sure it's supported before migrating to a solution like this. This particular device has 16 gigabytes of RAM, which seems like very little if you're like me, coming from the world of TiVo, where content is stored locally on your box. But the reality is, this is a streaming device. Nothing's really stored. Content is transmitted to you for immediate consumption. Want to record live TV shows for later viewing? Get a YouTube TV subscription, which in my opinion is the best service available. What differentiates this from other live streaming services on the market is that they give you unlimited recording storage, allowing you to record everything with gleeful abandon. Google saves it all on their servers for 9 months, so basically you have a super TiVo, which is pretty awesome. Definitely check out a free trial to see what that's like if you want live content. Okay, before I wrap things up, I want to mention Chromecast support. The good news is that it has native support for it as part of the Android TV operating system, and it's called Chromecast Built-in. This works pretty much identically to a regular Chromecast, allowing you to display photos or launch YouTube videos from your Android phone or tablet to your TV. That's cool because you don't have to buy a separate Chromecast to gain access to this feature. The bad news, as of the Oreo build of Android TV, is it doesn't work as well and is not as fully featured as a regular Chromecast. It seems to work fine when casting from an Android device, but not so well casting from a Chrome browser from a Windows computer. Not a deal breaker because Chromecast is a Google feature and Android TV is a Google operating system, so I'm sure they'll get it right down the road. But it's ponderous that the Chromecast experience is not rock solid. Anyway, that's all I got. As always, I've left a link to everything discussed in this video in the description below. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, more important than anything else, be kind to one another.